Good morning. We got a new charter boat in our fleet, a 44-foot General, and I think you're going to hear in the following video how excited I was about the boat. And part of it was because I had an evening charter and I had to dock it in high winds. It was the first time I had ever taken the boat out, and I successfully backed it into the slip on my own. Didn't touch a thing except for the fenders I was supposed to, and you know how it is once you successfully back a boat into a slip and it's a really big wide boat and everything goes so smoothly, then you're just absolutely thrilled with everything else about the boat. And so I'm going to give you a tour below decks in the evening, and then the next morning I'll show you above decks. Here we go. So I'll give you a quick tour of Niente. That's the cockpit area, and coming down the companionway, on each side is a large cabin. This one has the breakers and the battery switches and my gear and all the cushions for outside. And this cabin is all made up. And right here is an ensuite head. Woo! Very spacious and modern. It's out in the cockpit with the mood lighting. Over here is the nav station, and then the galley. And look at this. Isn't this pretty? Beautiful table, settee. Ooh, nice. And the master suite is huge. And the master suite even has its own sweet bed. Very modern. Separate toilet and shower. A little bit unusual on some boats. This is really big and spacious, and it's got wonderful lights, and it's got wonderful cabinets, lots of space, and you can close this off completely from the rest of the cabin. Isn't that lovely? Ooh. So pretty boat. Lots of nice port lights so you can see the water, see outdoors. All of these hatches have screens and sunshades. And out in the cockpit, it's very lovely. The lights down under the table are called ambiance, and I'm about to show you how nice and light it gets in here. Overhead light. And this just brightens everything up. You could read under here if you needed to. Look at that. Tiny home on the water. Absolutely beautiful. We had just used this boat for the day for an advanced sailing class, and it took a little bit of learning to figure out how to use the bow thrusters and use them to swing the bow one way or the other in order to shove the stern in the opposite direction and get her into the slip. So it took a little bit of figuring it out, and once I had it figured out, man, oh man, those bow thrusters are so powerful. Here's the boat we were on yesterday, Niente. It took me a little bit of working to figure out how to get her into her slip. Folding props and not much power in reverse. Well, actually a lot of power, but no directional power in reverse due to having two rudders, two helms. So it took me a bit to figure it out, but I finally got it dialed in, and I can back her in quite easily now. Here's a quick look at the boat that we were using yesterday, Niente, 44 centimeters. See, we have a lot of fenders on that side, but we didn't need them because I'm finally learning how to dock this boat after 2 tries. She's fairly clean, needs a good scrub down. Had a charter last night, and this is part of the captaining sounds so glamorous, but a lot of your time is spent off the clock doing things like scrubbing the boat. So I'll give you a quick tour off topside, since you've already seen down below. Anchor, little seats on the side that come down so you can sit up here. Some solar panels, big main, very, very spacious. I spent this morning scrubbing Doritos off the deck. When you work as a charter captain, you get paid for the hours that you're underway, but you don't get paid for all the other time, and that's where it's really nice when people leave you a tip. So this morning I didn't complain too much about scrubbing Doritos off the deck. I figured, well, they handed me a little bit of money. They paid for me to scrub them and clean the toilets and wipe the floors. So I'm going to put a couple things away, get out water for the day, and we have another day of sailing school. Look how wide this boat is. That's why I wasn't sure I could even get it to fit in here, but it does. Thanks so much for joining me, and I hope you enjoyed that quick look into Far Niente, the 44-foot Chinook, and a day in the life of a charter captain. See you in the next one. Bye!